99 good deeds, one bad one, and the 100 is ruined. This is a proverb that doesn't get nearly enough attention in personal finance. Here's what nobody tells you about personal finance. It's not just about making good decisions, it's about protecting your good decisions from one bad one. And the scariest part? The one bad decision almost never comes from ignorance. It comes from the exact same qualities that made you successful: your confidence, your trust, and your ambition. Today on Findolax, we're going to go through the 7 most common ways one bad financial move destroys years of good ones, told through real stories, real numbers, and the psychology that makes smart people vulnerable to each one. My name is Findolax. Let's protect what you've built. If you've ever made a money decision you wish you could take back, or you want to make sure you never do, subscribe to Findolax and hit the bell. We break down the psychology and math of wealth every single week. And drop a comment. Have you ever had a 99 good, 1 bad moment with money? I'll be in the comments reading every single one.
It's a deal to our success. No, this can't be happening.
You know, we spend years, sometimes even decades, building up our wealth. Every single time you save, every investment, every smart choice, it's like you're laying another brick in the foundation. But what if I told you that just one single wrong move could bring that whole thing crashing down? Well, that's the 99-1 rule, and we're about to break it down.
Now, this is an ancient proverb, and it's not usually about money, but honestly, it might be one of the most important financial lessons you'll ever learn. See, building wealth isn't just about making a bunch of good decisions. It's about making absolutely sure that one bad decision can't come along and wipe them all out.
To really see how this plays out in the real world, I want to tell you about a guy named Marcus. His story is, well, it's a powerful lesson in just how fragile all of our financial progress can actually be.
For 6 straight years, Marcus did everything by the book. I mean, everything. He automated his savings into an index fund every single month without fail. He skillfully negotiated not 1, but 2 major raises at his job. And he funneled all that extra cash right into his retirement and his emergency fund. He was the poster child for discipline.
And it was working. It paid off big time. By the time he was 32, Marcus had saved and invested an impressive $58,000. He was way ahead of most of his friends, you know. He had built this really solid foundation for his future.
And then, one bad move. A tip. It came from a close friend about some crypto token that was supposedly gonna go to the moon. He trusted his friend, right? So he went all in. 6 years of hard work, gone. Wiped out in a single weekend.
In just 4 months, his $58,000 portfolio was just decimated. It left him with only $3,200. 99 good moves, all of them undone by one. So the real question is, how do we stop this from happening to us?
You see, Marcus isn't alone, not by a long shot. So let's look at 4 of the most common financial traps that even really smart people fall into. We're going to use some real stories to show you exactly how they work and, more importantly, how you can build a defense against them.
First up is the trusted tip. I want you to meet Diane. She's a single mother, and she had worked so hard to save up $36,000. Her brother-in-law, a successful business owner she'd known for 15 years, invited her into this can't-miss real estate deal. She trusted him completely, of course, so she invested half her net worth and lost every penny when the deal went bad.
So here's the psychology behind why this happens. It's called the affect heuristic. Basically, our brains are wired to take a shortcut. Instead of doing the hard work of analyzing the investment, we just analyze the person giving us the tip. And if we trust them, well, the investment gets a free pass. Our emotions just totally override our logic.
The protection is to create what's called a financial firewall rule, and it's simple. You have to treat any investment tip from a loved one as if it came from a total stranger on the street. That means you ask for the official documents, the prospectus, then you run it by an impartial third-party professional. And hey, if they really care about you, they'll respect the process.
All right, let's move to our second trap. This one is really sneaky. This is James. After a huge promotion, his savings rate plummeted from a super healthy 18% all the way down to just 4%. And why? It wasn't one big thing. It was a series of small, totally justifiable upgrades. A nicer apartment, a newer car, eating out more often. None of them felt reckless, but altogether they just silently collapsed his ability to build wealth.
This is a classic case of hedonic adaptation. You've probably heard it called lifestyle creep.
Our brains are just wired to get used to better things, and fast. What felt like a luxury 6 months ago now just feels necessary. And the damage to our savings is so gradual, it's almost invisible.
Now, a simple but really powerful way to protect against this is the 50% rule. The moment you get a raise, you immediately automate half of that new money directly into savings or investments. You do it before you even see it hit your checking account. Then you can enjoy the other half completely guilt-free.
Now for our third trap, cashing out those retirement funds early. Derek had about $23,000 in a 401k when he changed jobs. He needed some cash for moving costs, so he just cashed it out. He didn't just lose the 23 grand, he lost what it would have grown into. The true cost of that decision? $250,000 in future wealth, just gone.
The psychological trap here is called present bias. Our brains are wired to solve today's pain. It makes a small amount of cash in your hand feel way more real and valuable than a much, much larger sum in the distant future. And when you're stressed, this bias gets exponentially worse.
To protect yourself, you have to visualize the true cost. Pull up a compound interest calculator and see what that money will be worth at retirement. That's the real number you're giving up. Then, exhaust every other possible option before you even think about touching that account. It has to be the absolute last resort. And finally, let's look at Sophie. She and her husband had a really solid financial picture. A house, investments, a good income. Their one mistake? No emergency fund. When her husband was laid off, their finances just completely imploded. Within a few months, they'd racked up $19,000 in credit card debt just to live, wiping out years of progress.
This happens because of something called normalcy bias. It's that little voice that says, a major emergency has never happened to me before, so it probably won't happen in the future. People feel totally fine without a safety net, right up until the moment they're in free fall.
The protection is simple, and it is completely non-negotiable. Build a buffer. You need 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses parked in a separate, liquid savings account. And think of it this way, this isn't investment money, it's insurance money. Automate your contributions until you hit your goal, and then you do not touch it.
So when you look at all of these stories together, a really fascinating pattern starts to emerge. The failure, it isn't a result of being foolish or careless. No, it's something much more subtle.
The key takeaway here, and it's a wild one, is that these financial disasters weren't caused by foolishness. They were caused by good qualities. It was Marcus's ambition that led to his overconfidence. It was Diane's trust in her family that made her vulnerable. It was James's success that fueled his lifestyle creep. The very traits that help us build wealth can also be our downfall if we don't have a system in place to protect us from ourselves.
So this isn't about changing who you are, it's about building a firewall around your hard work. A simple set of rules designed to protect you from these exact psychological weak spots that we all have. So here it is, your financial firewall. First, you cap any single investment at 5 to 10% of your net worth, max. Second, maintain that untouchable emergency fund. Third, review your insurance coverage every single year. Fourth, always use a written stop loss on speculative ventures. That just means deciding ahead of time when you'll sell to limit your losses. Fifth, implement that 50% rule on raises. And finally, enforce a 48-hour cooling off period for any big financial decision over, say, $5,000. These rules aren't complicated, but man, they are incredibly powerful.
And so we come to the most important question of all. What's your one bad risk right now? Is it that hot tip you got from a friend? A lifestyle that's slowly getting out of hand? Or maybe it's that emergency fund you keep meaning to start. The 99 good decisions you've made have built something real, something valuable. Now it's time to build the firewall to protect it.